Oxygen levels.
Oxygen levels are recharged at 100%.
Set a course to Dark Waters 9. Reindeer shredding velvet looks so creepy. This does look like a scene out of the horror movie. You see, if I was out in the wild and I saw this thing walking around with all this velvet hanging, I would be terrified. First thing I would think that this escaped from some type of lab or something. But hey, you learn stuff every day.
This was in Mexico's sky.
Mexico, and it appears to be a wheel within a wheel. Let me zoom in real quick. Or several wheels within wheels. And in the middle, it looks like an eye, like literally one eye. We talked about like Ezekiel's wheel within a wheel described as angels. But this is why I believe AI was created. It was created to deceive us in the last days. We're not going to know if this is real or fake. Why? Because they have created so many things that will make things appear fake. Do I believe that this is real? Absolutely. That's the deception of it all. Is that they're going to want you to think that the things that are real are actually fake and the things that are fake are actually real. A lot of people are claiming that this is 3i Atlas. It's not 3i Atlas because the pictures that we got of 3i Atlas is completely different than that. These are the signs and wonders of the last days. They don't want you to believe that this is that. Okay, so they're going to try and drive the narrative that everything is fake that you're seeing, which would make us not understand the times and seasons that we are in. All I'm gonna say is, if this is real, we are close, y'all. We are close.
Everything nowadays does kind of give you that AI buffer. Like, man, is this AI? You know, I feel like a year or two ago, we were saying, oh, that's CGI or Photoshop. That's got completely taken out. Now we just say that's AI. Santa Claus was never red.
Santa Claus used to wear green, brown, and even blue until Coca-Cola launched one of the greatest marketing campaigns in history and permanently dressed him in red. For centuries, St. Nicholas and Father Christmas were depicted in basically every color you can imagine. Green robes, tan cloaks, blue capes. There was no official look. Each culture drew him in their own way. Then in the 1800s, an American illustrator named Thomas Nast tried to bring some order to the chaos. He's the guy who gave Santa the round belly, the big beard, and the workshop at the North.
This is terrifying. This doll right here, this is terrifying.
North Pole. But even Nast couldn't decide on a color. Sometimes he drew Santa in red and other times in brown, green, or even white.
Why every picture you see?
Red and other times in brown.
Like, come on, man. This is terrifying. He's giving you that wink. Like, I'm coming for you.
Brown, green, or even white. So heading into the 1900s, Santa didn't have a fixed look. And that's where Coca-Cola enters the story. In 1931, Coke hired illustrator Haddon Sundblom to create a friendly, warm human Santa for their holiday ad. Sundblom chose Coca-Cola's bright red for the suit, not because...
Did you hear him? He said friendly looking Santa, because if we go to any old picture of Santa, it is looking creepy.
Of history, but because it matched the bottle. Then Coke did something that no one else had the money or scale to do. They ran these ads everywhere. Magazines, newspapers, storefronts, billboards, year after year, all over the world. And suddenly, the entire planet was seeing the same Santa in the same red suit every year on Christmas. By the 1950s, all the old green, brown, and blue versions basically disappeared. Not because they were wrong, but because Coca-Cola's branding became the default. Coke didn't invent Santa or his red suit, but they did standardize him. And that's why the Santa we picture today with the red coat, fluffy trim, rosy cheeks, is really the result of one of the most successful marketing campaigns in human history.
All right, guys, we have a little bit more information by my boy Jay with smartphone-assisted biosensors and point-of-care diagnosis integration applications for future challenges.
This is a Harvard website. Smartphone-assisted biosensors and point-of-care diagnostics, integration applications, and future challenges. point of care POC diagnostics is being revolutionized by smartphone-assisted biosensors, which combine cutting-edge sensing technologies with the computing power and connectivity of smartphones. These biosensors provide a portable and affordable substitute for conventional laboratory-based diagnostics by enabling the quick, real-time analysis of physiological parameters and biomarkers.
So they're saying no more labs? Don't believe anything you hear or see on this video. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. This is theories for contacts. So basically what they're saying in the future is that you won't need to do labs. You know, you're already full of nanobots anyway, that they smart dust, nanobots and smart dust. We can tell you more about your body than your local lab can, is basically what they saying.
Smartphone-assisted biosensors enable continuous health monitoring, enhanced patient engagement, and early disease detection by utilizing optical, electrochemical, and biomarker-based detection techniques. The development of smartphone-assisted biosensing platforms is reviewed in this article, along with their technological integration, detection methods, and medical applications. Sensor accuracy, data security, regulatory approval, and standardization continue to be challenges despite the progress. The impact of recent advancements on infectious disease management, chronic disease monitoring, and personalized medicine is highlighted in this review, which critically assesses wearable biosensors, AI-driven analytics, and smartphone-integrated disease detection systems. Well, if we scroll right down here, you will see the partners. Okay? The Smithsonian, Center for Astrophysics, and NASA.
That is crazy that those three are working together. Isn't it? It is wild. I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's almost like the audacity. It's almost like the audacity of them to be just put, you know what? We're in on it. You might as well throw the Vatican in there somewhere.
So if we go to the source article, which you can click right here, alright, we'll click it. Here we are, but unfortunately, I do not have access to the full article. But I will leave the link so you guys can read over if you would like. This is a Harvard website.
I can't get over the partners. You know, it makes you think, if Skynet got out of control and they had everybody's lab reports, you know, they can be like, oh yeah, Chuck, he's got asthma. All we got to do is just make it hard for him to breathe. You know what I'm saying? AI is fighting you at your weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, oh, so-and-so's a diabetic. Throw some donuts or something. His favorite cakes. You know, they're going to use your weaknesses against you. That's the terrible part about AI. They have all the information. They done siphoned and downloaded everything from the data banks. Oh my goodness. That is a crazy thought.
You thought 3G, 4G, 5G, and 6G was just faster internet? That's the cover story. Each G isn't just speed, it's a shift in control. The waveforms get tighter, the pulses get sharper, and your body becomes more vulnerable to them. These aren't harmless signals, they're precision microwave bursts. They've been linked and DNA starters, from bumblebees to human brains. You're not the customer. You're the guinea pig in a weapons-grade mesh built by 5G frequencies were tested for crowd control. And 6G? It's a battlefield tech repackaged for your smart fridge. Remind you of any other repurposed wartime? Teflon Roundup. Excuse me. And now it's syncing with everything. LED lights that spy. Wearables that report your biometrics to Big Brother in real time. All feeding the Internet of Bodies while the planet cooks under billions of new transmitters. This isn't progress. It's full spectrum warfare disguised as an upgrade.
Wait till they hear about 7G. I'm just kidding. I don't know nothing about 7G. But damn, man. we all about to be tinfoiled up, man. We all gonna have our tinfoil caps on. We'll be all right, man. And I don't say that jokingly. I say that for real. Like, I know it's got a bad rap, tinfoil hats, but hey, maybe we can start a trend, you know, like copper tinfoil lining, put all the inside tinfoil and have a copper brim. You know, it's what are we supposed to do? Go off grid and homestead? Footage of advanced old world technology still in use today. All right, we can see the ether harnessing rooftops. I would love to know where that location is. This does look like it's being projected out into the sky. I believe that was in Russia. This video has no sound. Interesting. Are those birds or bats? Funny story. I've actually went to, you could say, an old world looking structure near me, and the groundskeeper told me that bats, you know, used to be at the very top of it. You know, does it have something to do with the frequency of these structures? Looking at this video makes me think, you know, the groundkeeper even showed me the video of the bats swarming around it, just like this. So that's making me think those are actually bats. They could be birds. I'm not sure. The evidence suggests that these bridges were not built when we were told they were. They are remnants of something far older.
In France is officially attributed to Roman engineering around 50 AD. This three-tiered aqueduct bridge stands 160 feet tall and spans 902 feet. The precision of the stonework is extraordinary. Some blocks weigh up to 6 tons, yet they fit together without mortar so precisely that you can't slide a knife blade between them. Here's what engineers tell us. The Romans, using only rope, wooden scaffolding, and manpower, lifted these 6-ton blocks 160 feet into the air. And
do you know how strong the crewmen would have to be? You know, you would need the Monstars from Space Jam to do something like that.
position them with millimeter precision. They did this while maintaining perfect structural calculations that ensure the bridge has stood for nearly 2,000 years without any foundation settling or structural failure. But modern engineers, using computer modeling, cranes, and precision instruments, struggle to replicate this level of precision with blocks of this size. We've tried. The experimental archaeology programs that attempt to recreate Roman building techniques consistently fail to achieve the same level of accuracy. Yet, we're expected to believe that ancient workers with primitive tools surpassed our capabilities? The contradiction is too great to ignore.
Airships. They did it piece by piece. They came in, they stacked these one at a time, possibly, just like they did these with Legos. Or giants hauled them away. One of those two.
Look at the size, people versus that. It helps you imagine if there was a person about that tall, 12 feet tall, just utilizing the original door here. Imagine that. Imagine a huge door, top to bottom, 2 doors.
100% that used to be that.
Sheesh. Just all these buildings, these are suited for giants. The original structure of these buildings is just suited for giants.
Oh my goodness. Look at these. You just gotta love the pillars at the top of these skyscrapers. I mean, it just makes you want to go to the top. And could you imagine the view when you get up there?
Giants. Man, it's so beautiful. It's like the giants had small people that are just brilliant. It's like the giants had small people that are just brilliant artists.
This is in Chicago. I recognize this.
like genetically designed to just do art all the time. And that's humanity's purpose, is just to be artists. And it's like that's what we did with our lives. We didn't have to work jobs unless we wanted to, because our jobs were building stuff like this. Like that's not a job, that's like a play date with eternity. I don't know how to say it better, but you know what I mean. Like that's not a job to do this artisan work. You could do it for free if that was your life purpose. Just live to do art at a very high level, very high degree of art. And I believe that's what a lot of these people did. They just lived like they had something akin to a universal income, so they could focus all their time and energies, their spirit, on creating these cities. This is a fraction of what's actually here. Hope you really feel that information, that this is a fraction of what was here. They used to have a huge rotunda building that I can add into the video. They had the White City, World Fair. They had that huge fire here. I think it was. There was World War I and II, but there was War Zero, like the first one, the one that popped shit off, the reset. The old world order was destroyed, and we advanced into the new world order. Reverse.
I think there was multiple resets. Resets on top of resets.
Engineering a bunch of these technologies where I'm allowing you to mentally portal to where I am right now through this black scrying mirror that you're utilizing to see this. Otherwise, you would just be in your space. You wouldn't be in Chicago right now, mentally. So this is like a form of mental time travel. Just to realize it, it allows you to advance your consciousness. You know, what you're consciously aware of is everything. That's where your power is. So I want to make you more consciously aware that, you know, this is Sumerian. Like, these are Sumerian age buildings. How old do you think they're going to be? Especially with the type of concrete. This is like Roman concrete. Come on, guys. Like, it doesn't look old. We'll just say that. But there's parts, once you get close to it, if I could show you, there are parts that look super old, but overall, like, this stuff is sturdy as ever. I've looked into some of the masonry secrets that they had building old world America. It's just like Roman concrete. It doesn't.
They keep showing this building, and it's like this. They went so hard on this balcony. My goodness.
Absorb water. It doesn't get fucked up from that. So it's going to be here a long, long time. And this building is particularly special. This building is particularly special because you have parts of the world scattered throughout the entirety of this building. This building is of the world. It has literally everything.
Wow, did you see that? Scotland
Building.
Edinburgh? It is absolutely gorgeous in Scotland. I know where that's at. Are you telling me that there's rocks from there? Actual stone masonry from Scotland? That just supports that airship theory, man.
This building is of the world. It has literally everything on it. It has from Antarctica. It has the pyramids of Giza. Let's see what else we can find, actually. Royal Castle, Stockholm, Sweden. Just everything. Look at, that's the one a lot of people like. Yeah. Have that song, the viral TikTok song stuck in my head. Everyone does in front of that. They have Notre Dame, ancient temple. But also keep in mind that those cities were also deconstructed for the most part to make it even believable that we had built these cities. I believe that's what it was. It was so beyond belief, all the construction.
I just think it's fascinating that they have all these different minerals from across the world on these rocks. I didn't know that was in Chicago. Did you? That is amazing.
That took place, that they had to get rid of some stuff. Like, That's the strongest theory in my mind. And I believe a lot of people would agree with me right there. There's the Sumerian hieroglyphs. The better one is on this side, but you know, I'm kind of feeling lazy right now. This video's already stretched. Cool stuff. Shh. The World Trade Center even. Mosque. Just like, there's so much that I didn't get. It makes me want to go get everything or like do a YouTube video about it. Maybe I will tomorrow or something, but there's too much. There's too much, even though I know there's such a detraction. Holy sheesh. Sheesh. Antarctica.
Wow, did you see that last one? It says Antarctic Navy Exploration?
Holy shit.
Expedition 1947. Alright, it's kind of hard for you to read, but it says Antarctica U.S. Navy Expedition 1947. Now, I'm not sure what type of artifact that this is on this old world structure in Chicago, but it is indeed fascinating that, you know, you can just walk right by all these different artifacts that's attached to this old world building. Now, I'm not sure which expedition that was. That has to be Admiral Byrd in 1947, because if my memory serves me correctly, I believe the expedition did take with Admiral Byrd in 1947, and like NASA was like founded in like 1956, like right after they found some stuff out on that expedition. Let's look it up. Activate submersible. Fire Marshal Bill, let me show you something. U.S. Navy Expedition 1947. Operation Highjump. Oh my goodness. This was an artifact on this old world building that was from our Operation Highjump. How crazy is that? Look at this. Look at this. Don't take my word for it. In 1947, the U.S. Navy Antarctic expedition was officially named Operation Highjump, a massive 1946 and 1947 mission to train personnel and develop techniques for Antarctic bases, led by Admiral Richard E. Byrd, with Rear Admiral Ethan Larson as commander, involving 13 ships, 33 aircrafts, and 4,700 men to map and explore the continent, establishing Little America 4, I believe, or 5, and returning vast amounts of aerial footage, marking the largest naval venture there to date. Now, there's a lot of theories about what actually went down on Operation Highjump. Let me show you. All right, take a look at this photo. All right, this is a photo of an ice wall I just pulled up from Google Images. Is it the real thing? I don't know, but it is perfect for what I need to explain to you what Operation Highjump was. Basically, the theory goes that when they went to Antarctica, they came across an ice wall. So they had to hit the Operation Highjump. What does that mean? High jump. They jumped from here to there to go on top for this expedition. You know, I don't know how they did it. You know, a giant ship would probably be estimated about that big. So I don't know how they did it. They might have had airplanes coming off of boats, cargo boats. You know, they got boats that they can launch airplanes off of. So that's what I'm thinking. Actually, while I'm editing this video, we just read the document that they had more planes than actual ships. I believe it was like only 4 or 5 ships and like 18 airplanes or something like that. I can go back and get the specifics, but that shows you that they had more airplanes than boats. If we look at the giant gap, who knows how hard that vertical is to gap? You know, what's your altitude you have to get? That might be a 1,000-foot wall. We don't know how tall that wall is. Probably larger than that, but it makes you think. And when they did that, they had more planes Operation Highjump for Operation Highjump. They were jumping with planes because theory goes we're in Middle Earth and there's more lands beyond the ice wall. So when we go back, we see this artifact. It says the U.S. Naval Expedition 1947. So what if this artifact right here, here it comes. What if this artifact right here on the side of this wall, I need to go get a picture next to this, man. This would be a little trip for me, but I would do it. Who's coming with me? We all need to meet up and take a picture next to it, man, honestly. But could this be an artifact from the outer lands? Y'all tell me. Think about it. If everyone's yelling ice wall, it's an expedition called Operation Highjump. I wonder why. Because you got this 1,000-foot wall, this 50-story wall in front of you that they got to launch past. That's the theory. For entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything you hear or see on this video. Do your own research on everything. Just theories. But it makes you think. There was plenty of other operations. You got Operation Fishbowl. What was it? Operation Dominic. I believe they showed Operation Dominic at the end of the movie. What was it called? No, it was Operation Fishbowl. They showed Operation Fishbowl at the end of the movie Oppenheimer. So if you ever watch Oppenheimer, I'm not going to spoil it, but when you get to the end of the video, they allude to Operation Fishbowl. The theory, at least. That's my theory, at least. Check it out. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love this. I could do this all day. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're still with your boy. Go ahead and share it. How crazy is this? One more time, y'all. I'm just shocked. I wonder, and this is just one artifact, you know, on this street. There's no telling, you know, what else they got on this street. Damn, what a dive. Who knew that was going to happen? They got a piece of the outer lands on the old world structure in Chicago. How crazy is that? Alright, y'all, it's that time of the day again. If you thought you weren't going to get another excellent specimen of the day, think again. Hayusen. Alright, guys, we have another excellent fluorite. The dark grape Kool-Aid fluorite. You see it encrusted with white crystals on the outside. The light really makes it pop and shows the color, man. If I ever got a display, you definitely need to have the lights under it to really show the colors. You know, there it is. What would you guys name this one? Come on, we need a good one for this one. Off the bat, if I had to name this specimen, I would call it the grape Rubik's. The grape Rubik's is what I would call it. Rubik's Cube. That's all we have for today's video. If you enjoyed this today was a good one. I enjoyed this one a lot, man. It was a dive for sure. But I definitely enjoyed this one. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed it as well. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe. We'll love to have you around. If you're watching on your TV, don't be afraid to grab your phone, Type in Dark Waters 9, find this video, hit the like button, comment the code word. The code word for today is Highjump. Go ahead and drop Highjump in the comments below. When you do that, that lets me know you're a real one. You watch the videos all the way through and you rock with your boy. And I try to heart as many of the code words too as possible. So, you know, just a little bit, you know, say giving back, you know, just saying thank you, you know what I'm saying? So I be trying my best to read them and heart them boys, because you know I love y'all, man, and I appreciate y'all so much for doing these dives, going into these crazy theories and mysteries with your boy, man. I can't get enough of it. So that's why be sure to head over to Jet Ski Chuck, because I go live over there sometimes for a couple hours and we dive into all types of random mysterious videos together, and it's a fun time. I enjoy it. We're overdue for one. But yeah, with that being said, this was the most mysterious videos on the internet today. See you later.